Padres were talking smack, the Dodgers put them in their place, and now we're headed to Milwaukee.
Don't go anywhere.
Hey, welcome to Lad Talk. In this episode, we're going to be recapping the Dodgers and Padres and previewing the Dodgers heading to Milwaukee. It was a fun series.
It was fun to watch.
Interesting last week completely for the Dodgers. They put it together.
The Dodger hater just said that, so it must be true. It was good. Yeah, that last, we'll get into it, but that last game, man, I was up, down, roller coaster of emotions, and then I was absolutely happy at the end.
You should have seen our text messages to each other.
It was
all over the place.
It was up, down, this blue sucks, oh my god, what are they doing? Play some defense, catch the ball, and then yay!
Doubles.
Yeah.
I mean, you really get the idea of how good a team is based on how they play their division rivals. I mean, not even just the division rivals, but just the division in general. So
yeah, you gotta win.
So, yeah.
You gotta win.
And, you know, as much as I really dislike the Padres right now, it's awesome when they're good. It was like a playoff atmosphere in May.
Yeah, it really was. And it was the first time we saw them this year. So yeah, it was a lot of fun.
So that first game, rough game for Kershaw. 4 2/3 inning pitched, 4 runs, struck out 7, walked 5.
Too many walks. That's really what hurt him. Because I mean, if you're gonna give up the solo shot like we talked about in the last video, fine, limit those. But I mean, the fact that you give free bases and then give up a bomb, that can't happen. It's gonna hurt you a lot.
Yeah, I mean, in the regular season, especially, home runs win games too. So
yeah,
you got to keep an eye on that, especially if you're blowing the bases up for free. So
yeah.
On the other side, Darvish was pretty good. 6 2/3, only gave up 1 run, struck out 6. Dodgers were not seeing him very well.
Dude, this series was insane. The pitching matchups, it really was. That was a lot of fun to watch.
Well, they switched it on us because in the last video it was supposed to be Musgrove, then Darvish, then Snell.
Yeah.
And it ended up being Darvish, Snell, Musgrove.
They were scared.
Yeah, some
Bunch of scared
I don't
boys.
know if that was what it was. Maybe just not ready to pitch.
Bob Melvin said, "No, let's mess them up. Let's mess with them."
Bob Melvin saw our show and he said, "I'm going to mess with these guys." Come on, Bo Mel, don't do that to us.
I was one of those 500 viewers that watched their video. One of the 500.
Dodgers 0 for 7 with runners in scoring position in that game.
That's why they lost. You can't do it, man.
It's not going to get it done.
No, you got to hit them in.
Yeah, for sure.
Tatis, he sees Kershaw really well. I think you said 7 for 20 against him lifetime.
350 batting average lifetime.
Jeez.
Got 15 home runs in 38 games. Career against the Dodgers, so he just has their number, man.
He loves playing against the Dodgers.
No wonder we don't like that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 home runs against Kershaw in this game. Machado was 2 for 3 with 2 walks. So not a fun day to be a Dodger fan in that first game.
No, they just had our number.
That was a fun game for sure.
Everyone saw after the game the Jumbotron ordeal.
Yeah.
Put Kershaw up there with a crying meme.
He was a good sport about it, though. You know, when they asked him what happened, he said, "Hey, if you don't like that kind of stuff, pitch better." You know, I think as much as I don't like the guy, that's just what you like about him, how classy he is with how he carries himself and plays the game. So probably the complete opposite of Fernando Tatis Jr.
Well, yeah, like you were saying, he put it on himself. You know, if we don't like it, I just have to do better next time.
Yeah, for sure.
Classic Kershaw response.
Classy guy.
I think it kind of speaks to a little bit about the Padres' inexperience with winning. They've been bad for a really long time.
Yeah.
Kershaw's been their daddy for the last decade or two. So,
I mean, you could make the argument that they're just trying to sell tickets. You know,
Yeah.
they're trying to keep the atmosphere going and make a run at some other superstars maybe over the offseason. So
Sure, I'm sure they're doing it to like other superstars, like he's saying. It's not just Kershaw. It just hurts more because we're Dodger fans and they're supposed to be our rival this year.
I mean, I'm eating it up, man, personally. So
Sure. But I mean, hey, in San Diego's case, all publicity is good publicity. So I mean, hey, it got out there.
Except for getting caught with steroids.
yeah.
For ringworm. Sorry, let me get some
He had ringworm, dude. It was just he was wrestling and got ringworm.
He was riding his dirt bike and he got too sweaty.
Anyway.
Cheater! So moving on to the next game, Saturday's game. Dodgers bounced back. Dustin May pitched 6 innings. He only gave up 3 hits, no runs, struck out 6. Blake, smell you later, slapped with the loss there. He went 6. I mean, he still pitched a really good game. Just didn't get any run support.
Yeah.
Only gave up 2 runs on 1 hit. Did walk 3. He's had some control issues over the last few years.
Yeah, recently.
That was just one of those games where it came down to one play. Chris Taylor happened to run into one. He hasn't had a great year, and he happened to hit a 2-run bomb, and that was it. So
yeah, he's hitting a buck something. So yeah, it just happened to be his moment. Not even the game, but just his moment. That one moment ended up winning the game.
Mm-hmm.
You just got to credit the pitching that whole game. I mean, both bullpens limited everybody to just those 2 runs, so it was good.
I think those are the games that people like us, even though it's not the most fun game, we kind of live for. 'Cause that's the purest baseball at its finest. You gotta earn everything that you get. So
Yep, and they did.
And as a fan, you're on the edge of your seat the whole time. And
you're edging the seat for sure.
And there's usually and there's usually some pretty spectacular plays. I mean, not that I don't want to say there weren't, but
edging the seat. Padres hitters, they're 2 through 4 hitters in that game, just 1 for 12. On the Dodgers side, 0 for 4 with runners in scoring position, left 7 guys on base.
There we go again.
This was a pitching series.
That's the thing right there. That it doesn't matter. Dodgers, Padres, Yankees, Red Sox, Braves, whoever. That's how you don't win championships. So that's a concern. It really is.
Yeah. Well, that was us after the regular season. That was us in the postseason against the Padres. We just couldn't score anybody.
Yeah.
No timely hits. So that's how you're gonna lose a ball game.
And then Sunday's game, what a classic!
Yeah. Like we
What a
said,
classic.
up and down. I was yelling at the screen. I turned it off like twice. I was pissed, and then I come right back. So I don't. Just emotional.
It seemed like every time I stepped away from the game, something good happened.
It
so
did.
maybe I just gotta not watch the Dodgers anymore.
Yeah, I think I do that a lot. You turn the TV off and then you just go mow the lawn or something, and then you come back and you're pleasantly surprised.
You're like, hey.
Julio, 5 2/3 inning pitched in that game.
Yeah.
Gave up 8 hits, but limited them to 2 runs in that one. And
Take it.
you could argue that they shouldn't have even gotten that off of Julio. Had those 2 drop balls in the first inning.
Yep.
Outman started going back first step. Didn't have enough time to come in and catch that ball. And then Mookie, a little bit nervous of the wall when he stepped on the warning track.
Yeah.
Jumped a little bit too soon. Ball popped out of his glove.
Yeah.
But, in a high-intensity game, stuff like that can happen.
Yeah, for sure.
On the there's on ESPN that game, and I think they were talking to him during the game, and he said, he goes, "Yeah, I got to make up for that," and then he did.
That's right.
So that was great.
Dodgers bullpen over 4 1/3 inning pitched after Julio was lifted, only gave up 1 hit. Nothing else. Phillips with his 5th save of the year. I really like him tonight.
Yeah.
He's got good stuff. Musgrove was good for the Padres. Gave up just 2 hits, 1 run over 5 innings. And then Hader with the blown save, his first of the year. He's been lights out up until that game.
Yeah. So it was, and he had our number in the postseason, so I was happy about that.
If it was going to happen against anyone, it was going to happen against the Dodgers, though. It's just defensive. So that's an intense matchup, and you're going to play them so many times a year. It's going to happen eventually.
Yeah, true.
Mookie Betts with the game-tying home run down to their final out in the 9th.
Yes.
I will tell you, nothing made me happier than watching Tatis jump around like this all weekend long. And then after Mookie hits the home run, it pans to Tatis and he's standing there like this.
What do you want him to do there?
I want him to jump around. Go Dodgers!
What a pass.
Big boss. Big cheater.
Yep.
It felt good as a Dodger fan. The Bush with the go-ahead single in the 10th, and then Outman hits a 2-run home run. Guess where he hit it?
Right over Tatis.
Right over Tatis.
Yeah.
That felt
Fantastic.
good too.
It was even better. It was sweeter that way. Showcase.
But
No, go ahead.
as you said, it's May. This series means literally nothing.
It's just, but I think this is going to possibly be another postseason matchup. It depends down the stretch, but if it is, man, that's where everyone's going to be looking for sure.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
Just like last year, you win 111 games and the Padres knock you out in the first round.
Yeah, only took 5 games.
Dodgers, runners in scoring position in that game, 3 for 13, left 9 guys on base. So
better, but not good enough.
No.
Not good enough. On the Padres side, Tatis went 1 for 5. Machado had another good game, went 3 for 5, drove in a run.
Yeah.
He really is. He's their guy.
Yeah, I mean, he's their all-star third baseman. And what's crazy is, I mean, they have the talent. I mean, Bogarts was limited. Soto really hasn't been a player. He's been such a subpar player since he's been traded to San Diego. I mean, he's not even,
It's crazy.
I would say, in the talks of the best player of our generation right now. I mean, when he was playing for Washington, I mean, he was the guy that nobody wanted to face. How many walks? More walks than anybody?
Yeah.
And now he can't really buy a hit.
Yeah.
So it's really crazy to see what he's turned into, and hopefully he can turn it around for the San Diego fans. But as a Dodger fan, I hope he keeps it up. I hope he keeps it up.
If they get on pace, dude, with that lineup, it's going to be horrifying for
Yeah.
everybody, dude. That's
It
insane.
really is. It's a scary
The
lineup.
lineup's nasty. It's nasty.
So it's interesting the way that their run differential is -4 right now with their lineup. So I mean, it is just May, but who knows? I mean, it's not a great start.
Yeah.
Not a good start at all.
The crazy thing about Soto is he's batting .230, but he's still, I think, 5th in the league in on-base percentage. So he's still getting on
He
base.
sees
Yeah.
the ball well. He just can't, for some reason, his timing maybe, but he's just not hitting the ball hard.
Yeah.
Dodgers with a big series win here.
Yes.
Started off a little rough,
Felt
but
good.
the Dodgers were the Dodgers.
The Dodgers will Dodger.
The Dodgers will Dodger. And now they're headed to Milwaukee.
That'll be an interesting series, man. They always figure out how to be pretty dang good.
Yeah,
You know?
especially in that division.
Yeah.
They can pitch. They can pitch. So, tonight's game, Dodgers enter the game 21-14, a game and a half ahead of Arizona in first place in the National League West.
Yeah.
Milwaukee is half a game behind the Pirates, who have lost 7 in a row now.
Man.
So Milwaukee's catching up.
I mean, we all knew when we were talking about the Pirates being good, we were being sarcastic, right? Come on now.
All good things must come to an end.
Yeah.
Hey, it happens. But I mean, they were on a roll, and then for some reason, I don't know, I really haven't caught up much. They are 3-7 in their last 10 games, and yeah, I don't know, can't buy a win right now.
It's just immaturity. They're so young.
Sure.
Dude. They got a lot to learn.
Yeah, it's a really young team.
Time to grow. Gonsolin getting the start tonight. He enters this game with no record. He's got a 3.38 ERA. Looks like we're headed to the top of the third with no score. Milwaukee, they've got Freddie Peralta on the mound. He's good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
That guy's
is.
good.
They have good pitching all around.
Their top 3 with Burns, Woodruff, and Peralta. Pretty
Yeah.
solid.
It's an insane rotation, dude.
Yeah.
And Wade Miley and freaking dude, it just keeps going.
Oh, he's on a tear right now too.
Miley is smiley right now.
Yeah, it's honestly a little bit of a surprise to me. It's because I mean the guy's been in the league for so long, you know, and he's dealing even this far in his career. It's crazy.
Good for him.
As far as matchups are concerned, lifetime against Peralta, you got Freddie in 11 at-bats, hitting .273 with a home run.
Okay.
Muncie's 2 for 5. Dodgers haven't seen him too much,
Yeah.
so small sample sizes there. On the other side, Brewers haven't really seen Gonsolin. Yelich 1 for 6. Rowdy Tellez 0 for 5. Hasn't been rowdy against Gonsolin.
Keeps him off balance. Hasn't been rough.
Tomorrow's game starts at 4:40. You got Syndergaard. Whew. Hasn't been great.
No.
I think I thought they pulled him out of the rotation actually, so I'm surprised he's pitching tomorrow.
Yeah, I think just trying to keep guys in line, not throw anybody on short rest. Try to keep it going for now, but I think he's moving to the bullpen pretty soon.
Yeah. I think he should
At least,
work through some stuff.
yeah, work through some stuff, get locked in. You got Eric Lauer going for the Brewers tomorrow. He's 3-3 with a 4.4 ERA. Dodgers have seen him quite a bit. He used to be with the Padres, so they know him pretty well. Austin Barnes in 14 at-bats against him. He's hitting .357 with a home run.
Good for Barnes.
Good
That's
for Barnes.
consistent.
Muncie in 18 at-bats. He's hitting .275, 2 home runs. And then Chris Taylor, 23 at-bats. He's got the most at-bats against Lauer, only hitting .130. One of those hits is a home run, but that's tough.
That's pretty much Taylor right now.
Yeah.
He's either getting a home run or he's probably striking out.
Yeah.
On the Brewers side, Yelich, lifetime against Syndergaard. He's got 20 at-bats. He's hitting at a 1 for 4 clip there with a home run. Brian Anderson, former National League East guy, going up against Syndergaard when he was with the Mets. 15 at-bats, only hitting $133. Yeah. And then you got Wednesday's game. It's Kershaw Day again. Hopefully he can have a bounce-back start there.
Yeah.
He didn't pitch bad, though.
It was just the walks.
Yeah, I mean, but...
We're still getting, 7 strikeouts it was?
He was still situationally good,
Yeah.
except for 2 home runs.
Yeah.
And that can happen when you're facing a guy like Tatis.
Yeah, for sure.
Kershaw, ERA has gone up. It's now a whopping 2.53. Then you got Wade Miley going for the Brewers. He's having a great season so far. 3-1 with a 2.31 ERA. Mookie Betts has seen Wade Miley really well. 16 at-bats. He's hitting .563 with a home run.
Wow. That's good.
So getting a hit over half the time.
Yeah.
Freddie Freeman, 20 at-bats. He's hitting .300 against him with the home run.
Okay.
Chris Taylor in 8 at-bats hitting .375. So hopefully the lineup can keep that hot streak going.
For sure.
Yelich, he sees Kershaw really well. In 19 at-bats, he's hitting .474 with a pair of home runs.
Yeah.
So got to be careful with him there.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
He's not the Christian Yelich of old.
No,
No.
definitely not. But, I mean, he's still dangerous.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
He can run into one every now and then. Puts up a good at-bat. JD Martinez, not back quite yet. Back. He's missed 11 games with a lower back strain. So hopefully we can get him back soon. He's a big part of the lineup.
Yeah.
So I know it wasn't like a formal deal, but between him going to the Dodgers and Justin Turner going to the Red Sox, at this point in the year, they've both been pretty mediocre, huh?
Sure.
It kind of sucks
Yeah.
for both sides.
Very subpar. I
Yeah.
mean, JD, we haven't had him in a while, but it seemed like he wasn't the consistent player that we'd hope he'd be. They're both older players at
Yeah,
this
for
point,
sure.
but yeah, I don't know. Can't wait to have him back.
He was starting to heat up there for a little bit before that back
Yeah, that's
injury.
true. Yeah.
He hits the ball so hard. I don't think the numbers really translate to how hard he's been hitting the ball, but not as consistent as he was in Boston.
For sure.
And then I haven't been keeping up with Turner, but I haven't really seen much from him. So
I mean, he's missed games. Similar situation, not hitting the ball as hard. I don't think, but I mean, still, not the Justin Turner the Dodgers are used to.
Sure. Well, and he's usually notorious for starting really slow. Usually especially last year, geez. so he'll usually warm up a little closer, like into June, towards the All-Star break. So look out for him.
For sure.
Well, that just about does it for us here on Lad Talk. Make sure you tune in with us on Thursday. We'll be going over this Brewers series. And as always, let's go Dodgers.
Adios.
Cool.